Hello little minds, welcome to another session of All 4 e-learning program. I am DNR, your physics lecturer. Now we have started with a new chapter called motion in a straight line, right? So we will continue with that chapter now. So in the previous session, so we will continue with motion in a straight line. In the previous session, we have started with the chapter and I was discussing about rest and motion. So I was telling you, if the position of the body remains same with respect to the surroundings, then the body is said to be at rest. If the position of the body is changing with time with respect to the surroundings, then the body is said to be in motion. Right? If the position remains same, it is at rest. The position does not change with respect to the surroundings for all the time, it is rest. If the position is changing continuously with time with respect to the surroundings, then the body is said to be in motion. So rest and motion. Then when you come to motion is change in position. Now how much change in position? Change in position has occurred, okay, how much? The measure of change in position, it is described by two parameters, distance and displacement. Well, the distance is the total length of the path covered by the body, the total length of the path. Displacement is the shortest distance or straight line distance. The straight line distance covered by the body between initial and final point. That is displacement. We have taken various illustrations regarding distance and displacement. There are many, you can solve as many problems as possible based on that. Now today we will speak about the most necessary parameters which measures the rate of change of position. Right? Now that is defined by a term called speed and velocity. Speed, yes, and velocity. Speed is denoted by small s, right? It's a scalar. So just a simple like this. Speed. Velocity is a vector quantity, v bar. It is denoted by bar, a vector it is. Now what is speed? Simply speed is defined as distance covered by time. Simply it is explained as, it is put as distance by time. But how do you define it specifically? To be very specific, it is defined as the rate of change of distance covered by the body. The rate of change of position along the path. The rate at which the distance is covered by the body. Now that is defined as speed. The rate of distance covered by the body is speed. Then how about velocity? This velocity is simply defined as displacement by time. It's simply displacement by time. Well, to be very specific, it is the rate of displacement covered by the body, the rate at which the displacement is covered by the body. So velocity and speed. So speed is distance by time, right? So if I put down the formula, it is distance by time, d by t. Well, so distance by time, it is measured in centimeters per second, meters per second, or kilometer per hour. The units, centimeter per second, meter and kilometer per hour. Its dimensional formula, it is m power 0, l power 1, t power minus 1. Because distance is length l, time, speed, how do you find the dimensional formula? Distance is length, it refers to length, fundamental quantity is length. And time is t, so it is l by t, it is lt power minus 1. Well, there is no mass dimension, so hence l1 t minus 1, m0, l1 t minus 1 dimensional formula. And this is a scalar quantity. It's a scalar. It has no direction. It's a mere number with a proper unit, centimeter, meter, whatever it is. Right? It's a mere number. It's a scalar quantity. It has no direction. And speed is always positive. It is either 0 or positive, but it cannot be negative. If the body is at rest, speed is 0. If the body is in motion, speed, it has some value, but positive value. It can never be negative, right? So therefore, speed of a body, it is distance by time. Well, you can even define speed like this. Put time t equal to 1 second. So if t is equal to 1, put t equal to 1, then the speed is distance by 1, it is t. So you can define as it is the distance covered by a body in unit time. It is the distance per unit time, distance covered by a body in 1 second, unit time. So distance in unit time, whatever unit. So speed is distance by time. So when time is 1, it's t by 1. So therefore speed, it is defined as distance, the rate at which the distance is covered, distance by time. The rate at which the change of position takes place along the path covered by the body. That is speed, distance by time, meters. Well, the formula is speed is distance by time, centimeter per second, units, centimeter per second, meter per second, millimeter per second, kilometer per hour, you can define anyway. This is dimensional formula. It is a scalar, it's a mere number, no direction. Well, speed is distance by time, put t equal to 1, then d, s is equal to d. So it is the distance covered by a body in unit time. You can even just simply put it like this also. So in analogous to it, it is velocity. Velocity is displacement by time. So v bar I can write as displacement s bar by t. Well, don't get confused, this is small s, speed is small s, right? That is capital S bar, displacement. It's a vector, this is a scalar. So displacement by time, it is defined as the rate at which the displacement is covered by a body, or the rate at which the change in position takes place in a straight line path. So displacement by time, again it is also having the same units. It is similar actually, centimeter per second, meters per second, and kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. The dimensional formula again it is same, m0 L1 t minus 1, right? But this is a vector quantity. This is a vector. It's a vector, right? So the velocity of the body, you can even define like this. We know velocity is equal to displacement by time. Put t is equal to 1 second. So velocity becomes displacement by 1. You can define it as it is the displacement covered by the body in 1 second. The displacement covered in 1 second is termed as velocity of the body. So v is equal to s by t. V bar is s by t. And this velocity, it can be positive, negative, 0. If the body is at rest, it is 0. The body is moving in positive direction, plus. Well, negative, it is minus. So therefore, velocity, it can be positive, negative, 0, but this is always positive. Right? It's a vector. It has direction. So what is the direction? The direction of velocity is in the direction of the displacement covered by the body. The line joining the initial and final point. Or it is the tangent drawn to the curve along which it is moving. Suppose if it is moving in a straight line path, if it is moving in a straight line path, it is A, B, then the direction of velocity is from A to B. But if it is moving in a curved path, for example, curvilinear motion, then what is the direction of velocity? It is the tangent drawn at any point. Velocity here is like this, velocity here is this way, velocity here is this way. The tangent drawn at that point refers to the direction of velocity of the body. So that way it is velocity. Now how do you correlate these two? How do you relate them? What is the relation between them? You know, both cannot be equal. Speed is not equal to velocity, impossible. Velocity is a vector, speed is a scalar, both cannot be equal. But you know, magnitude of velocity is termed as speed. Magnitude of velocity is speed, right? So speed associated with the direction will give you velocity. Mod v is s. You know, magnitude of any quantity, I was telling you, it's a positive, it cannot be negative, right? So therefore, speed is always positive, it cannot be negative. So magnitude of velocity is speed, right? Speed associated with the direction will give you velocity. Velocity of a body, particular instant of velocity. So that way you can define speed and velocity, right? Both cannot be equal. Speed is a scalar, velocity is a vector. So speed is defined as the distance covered by the body by time. It is the ratio of the distance to time. The rate at which the distance is covered by a body is termed as speed, or it is the distance covered by the body in 1 second. Unit time, distance covered in unit time. Units, dimensions, it's a scalar. it cannot be negative, always positive, so on and so forth. Velocity, it is displacement by time, the rate at which the displacement is covered by the body. Well, same units, same dimensional formula, but it's a vector. It has direction associated to it. So therefore, V bar is S bar by T. So it is a displacement covered by the body in 1 second, unit time. So therefore, the direction of velocity is given by the tangent drawn to the curve, or if the body is going in the straight line path, it is just simply the line joining the initial and final point. But if it's a curve, then it's the tangent drawn at that point there. So that way you explain the speed and velocity of a body. Well, to understand the motion of a body, right, the people have suggested that you have to learn some various different parameters to understand the complete motion of a body. So to define that, right, now let us now study about the various types of speeds and various types of velocities. Uniform speed, right, and similarly here uniform velocity. Uniform speed and uniform velocity. What is uniform speed? Uniform means constant. Scientifically uniform, same, constant. Speed, it is moving with constant speed, same speed, the value remains constant, right? So uniform speed means the speed value is constant. For all the times the speed is same. At different instance of time, the speed is always constant. How do you define it to be very clear? How can you put it in clear terms? Now suppose if a body, it is covering in first 1 second it covers 10 meters, in the next 1 second 10, in the next 1 second 10, in the same intervals of time. I am taking interval of time of 1 second. In the equal intervals of time, the body is covering equal distances. Then the body is said to be moving with uniform speed. If a body covers equal distances, same distances, in same intervals of time, then the body is said to be moving with uniform speed. So in this interval, distance is 10, time 1, so it's 10 by 1. In this interval, 10 by 1, 10, always 10. So speed is constant, right? Similarly, coming to uniform velocity, right? Now in this one, if the body covers, it need not go in a straight line path, even if it is in a curved path also. In the first second, it has covered 10 meters path. The path covered is 10. It can be in any direction. It can move in any direction. The total path is in equal intervals of time, it is covering, the total path length is same. Then it's 10 each. Equal, in equal intervals of time, in equal path lengths, in whatever direction, it is speed. But in uniform velocity, the body must move in a straight line, right? So uniform, the body is moving in a straight line. It should move in a straight line. Direction also should remain same. Uniform. So scientifically, uniform means constant. So V is constant. Now what do you mean V constant? V is it's a vector, magnitude and direction. So magnitude is constant, direction is also. So direction constant in the sense it should move in a straight line. If your body is moving in a curve, then the body cannot possess uniform velocity. Impossible. Body moving in a curved path, no uniform velocity. The body moves in a straight line, then only uniform velocity. So if a body covers, again, if I consider equal intervals of time of 1 second, then if it covers equal distances, equal displacements, well, distances in same direction, does not matter. Distance in same direction is displacement. So equal displacements in equal intervals of time, then the body is said to be moving with constant velocity, uniform velocity. But the body should go in a straight line path, no curve path. Body moving in a curve, you cannot define it. So therefore, if a body covers equal displacements in equal intervals of time, then the body is said to be moving with constant velocity. Constant speed, any path. It is, you cannot say a body moving with constant speed is also said to be constant velocity, is a wrong statement. Body, if a body possesses constant speed, that doesn't mean it is moving with constant velocity. But you know, the converse is correct. The converse of statement is correct. If a body moves with constant velocity, then it is said to be moving with constant speed. Because you know, if the body has to move with constant velocity, it should possess same magnitude and same direction. Well, magnitude of velocity is speed. So therefore, magnitude is same, hence speed is same. If this is constant, you cannot say this is also constant. No, you cannot say. But if that is constant, you can say this is constant. Body moving with constant velocity implies it's moving with constant speed. Well, suppose if we speak about non-uniform speed and non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform speed, non-uniform velocity. Then, what does it mean? Non-uniform, not constant, changing. If the body moves with different speeds at different intervals, instants of times, then it's non-uniform. If the speed remains same at all the instants of time, speed is constant, uniform. But if the speed is changing, then it is non-uniform. If a body covers unequal distances, what do you mean non-uniform? This speed is distance by time. So, speed is distance by time. If I take an interval of time delta t, in this interval of time the distance covered is delta t. For equal intervals of time, if the distances covered are unequal, then it is non-uniform speed. If it is equal, then it is uniform speed. For unequal, it is non-uniform speed, equal uniform speed. Right? So, now here, well, it can move in any path. There is no restriction regarding the path. It can move in any curved path or it can move in a straight line. Independent of the path, the length of the path is different in different intervals of time. The path lengths are different in different intervals of time. It's traveling different distances in different intervals of time, or equal distances in unequal intervals of time. Well, whichever way, whatever you spell out, it is the same thing. In equal intervals of time, unequal distances, or equal distances in unequal intervals of time, both being the same, independent of the path travelled. So that is not. But non-uniform velocity. You know what do you mean non-uniform velocity? Velocity is not a constant. Either magnitude is changing. You know, velocity is a vector. Vector has both magnitude and direction. If magnitude changes continuously, it is non-uniform. Direction being same. Direction may be same, but the magnitude is changing. Then it is non-uniform. No, if the magnitude is same, but the direction is changing. Body moving in a circle, for example. If the body is moving in a circular path with constant speed, magnitude is same 10, but the direction is changing. Non-uniform velocity. If the velocity direction is same, magnitude is changing. Accelerating body. Body, once you start a train starting from rest, accelerating, right? Then non-uniform. So path is same, but the magnitude of velocity is changing. Or it can be magnitude same, body circular path. Both may be changing, right? Both may be changing. Then it is non-uniform. When you switch on a fan starts accelerating, it moves. If you are drilling a body, start accelerating, direction is changing and magnitude is also changing. Then in such case, it is non-uniform velocity. So, if a body covers unequal displacements in equal intervals of time, different displacements in equal intervals of time, or equal displacements in unequal intervals of time, or equal path lengths in equal intervals of time but different directions, or direction is same, paths lengths are different in equal intervals of time, whatever it is. So simply, in perfect sense, if a body covers unequal displacements in equal intervals of time or equal displacements in unequal intervals of time, then the body is said to be moving with non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform, accelerating body, body starting from rest and accelerating, or body decelerating, coming to rest, body projected vertically up, freely falling body, all are non-uniform velocities. Body moving in a circular path, curved path, motion of the satellites around the sun, motion of the planets, there are many examples. Uniform speed, constant speed. In equal intervals of time, it covers equal distances. So that way you define equal and uniform and non-uniform speeds. Well, next let us talk about the next the different types. To understand the motion of a body, you need to know various parameters. So first we have learned about distance, displacement, speed, velocity, uniform velocity, non-uniform speed, non-uniform velocity. Next, average speed and average velocity. Let's understand what is average speed. You know, the symbol for it is like this. It's denoted as average speed. Now, how do you define average speed? Average speed is defined as the total distance covered by the body by the total time taken to cover the distance. It is the ratio of the total distance to total time. It is the ratio of the total distance to total time, right? So total average velocity. So average speed is total distance by total time. So average speed I can define as the total distance covered by the body, capital D, by total time. Is it? So distance by time. Same units, centimeter per second, meter per second, kilometer per hour, same formula, scalar again, this is also scalar. Now why average actually? So when we have learned about non-uniform speed, you know, suppose if the body is going with uniform speed, what do you mean uniform speed? In equal intervals of time it travels equal distances. Equal distances in equal intervals of time. So at any time, at any instant of time, the speed is same, right? So the average is also the same value. So when the body is going with constant speed, uniform speed, the average is same as that. But if the body is going with non-uniform speed, let's say first it is going with 10, then later 20, then 30, 40, it is changing, then what is the average? Well, you have learned in your mathematics the average, the value different, there are some number of values differing from one another, then the average of all. Similarly, if a body is moving along a path with different speeds at different instants of time, or covering different distances in different intervals of time, then the average speed. For example, if a body moves in a path in an interval of time delta t1, it covers a distance delta x1, delta d1, let's say. In delta t2 it is delta d2, delta t3 it is delta d3, so on and so forth. In delta tn it is delta dn, the distance is covered. Then what is the average speed? The average speed, the symbol for average speed is like this. It is the total distance. What is the total distance? It is delta d1 plus delta d2 plus delta d3 delta dn by delta t1 plus delta t2 delta tn. Or you can write as sigma I1 to In delta di by sigma I1 to In delta ti. So it is the total distance covered by the total time. This is average speed. At different instants of time, the body is moving with different speeds, or it is covering different distances. Right? Suppose if I take equal intervals of time, different distances, non-uniform speed, then it is total distance by total time. Similarly, analogous to this one, the average velocity of the body. So the average velocity is defined as, well, it is V bar. This is total displacement by total time. So this way we define the average velocity and average speed, right? So in today's class we have talked about the speed. So till now we have talked about rest and motion, the different states possessed by a body: state of rest, state of motion. Body is said to be at rest if the position remains same. Body is said to be in motion if the position changes continuously with time. Well, if it is changing, how much change? The amount of change in position. This is given by distance, path length of the path. And the change in position along the path is path length, that is distance. The change in position along straight line, initial point, final point. Displacement, it is the distance covered in a particular direction, shortest distance displacement. Later we defined about speed and velocity. Speed is rate of change of the rate at which the distance is covered, and velocity rate at which the displacement is covered, right? Then different types of speeds, and we are talking about different types of speeds and different types of velocity to understand the motion of a body more keenly, more perfectly. To go to the nanometric part of the motion of the body, to understand the nanometric part, so we need to learn about all these things. So the various parameters, uniform is same, constant. The body covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, uniform. Unequal distances in equal intervals of time, non-uniform. Similarly, velocity, equal displacements in equal intervals of time, uniform. Unequal displacements in equal intervals of time, that is non-uniform velocity, right? Then average speed, average velocity. Average speed, it is the ratio of the total distance covered to total time taken. Total distance by total time is average speed, and average velocity is total displacement by total time. It is the average of the total path. So that way we find the things there. So in this session, these are things. You please follow the assignment and solve the problems, as many problems regarding this as possible, right? Thank you.